Baba Jaga tugs the curtain back from the window with a gnarled hand. The reflection of the sun on the river is sharp as a knife. It cuts at her and she lets the curtain fall again. Centuries of life have taught her there are certain patterns, not just in other people's behavior, but in her own. She falls into them without meaning to, and her body knows before she does, remembering its old shapes. When she turns back to the night, she's young and sturdy, a warrior, with an as yet untested womb and a muscled arm. If he's startled by the change in her, from old woman to young, he doesn't show it. But then that's what she expects from this particular night. And though she reacts to him as if he was truly a knight, a zealot with a holy mission to execute so-called monsters such as herself, she knows that pattern doesn't actually apply to him. He chose a new path, one she's never seen walked before. He asked her for destruction, and then when that didn't suit, for transformation. "And how are you settling into the new skin I gave you?" she says. The last time she saw him, he had the look of someone who was creeping toward the edge of a cliff. Now he's unchanged in all the ways that would matter to a mortal. Still tall, still strong, still with that dusty brown hair and eyes to match it. But in the ways that matter to an immortal, he's fundamentally altered. He looks shifty to her, like he might become something else entirely if she doesn't keep an eye on him. "Allah is teaching me," he answers, and it's that accent, too, that carries her back to another time. He's fresh from the mother country, still on a guest visa, his consonants going still in his throat, his vowels too short. "Allah," Baba Jaga repeats. The experience of time is relative to age, with the minutes stretching along and lazy for a child and imperceptible for an adult, and so it might as well have been a second ago that she turned this night into a fear-eating nightmare creature. She amplified the few drops of Zmora's blood that had crept into his veins until they drowned out the rest of him. That makes him a Zmora too, but perhaps not all the way. "Ah, yes," Baba Jaga says, because it was only a second ago, after all, that Alexia Dria knelt on the rug not 2 feet from where the knight currently stands. Alexia Dria, a capable illusionist, I hear, but unimportant. Unimportant? He looks offended. A young Dria, who, up until you brought me the fern flower to cure her, was a ticking clock. Baba Jaga drums her fingers on her sternum, a habit she's passed along to some of her wraiths. The sound it makes is louder and higher than it should be, like her chest is hollow. "The other Drias will not be so welcoming," she predicts. "I don't expect to be welcomed." "No, you don't, do you?" Baba Jaga laughs a little. "You expected death and pain and a life of suffering. You came to me for those things, thinking they would be your penance." She moves closer, her feet bare on the hardwood floor. As she walks toward him, the knight's head bows further. "But soon you will get used to this new life, and you'll begin to want things you don't deserve. Acceptance and trust and, yes, welcome." She reaches out and flicks beneath the knight's chin to get him to raise it, to look at her. "Already you want something you don't deserve. Your sword. That's why you're here, isn't it? To inquire about your sword."